Pikes Peak is one of Colorado's Rocky Mountains and sits just west of Colorado Springs. The first automotive race ever held here took place in August of 1916. And each summer since then, riders, drivers, and automobile enthusiasts have descended upon this mountain for what has become known worldwide as the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb. It is nearly the oldest race in the country, second only to the Indy 500, and over the last century, it has earned itself a unique place in American motorsports culture. The road that winds up the mountain is 12.5 miles long and ends at the summit over 14,000 feet high. The modern-day hill climb features riders eager to push their bodies and bikes to their limits in search of checkered flags and record times. This year was, of course, no exception. 8 bikes were registered in the 1205cc motorcycle class, 4 of which were Ducati Multistradas. Greg Tracy, a Hollywood stunt driver, is a 6-time Pikes Peak champion. 2010 was the first year that Ducati brought their Multistrada 1200 to Pikes Peak, and Greg piloted it to a first-place victory.
156 turns, some of the fastest turns are up top. Certainly some of the biggest cliffs are up top. You go into the bottomless pit. It's been said there that if you go off the sides, you'll starve to death before you hit the ground. And I think I was actually hitting about 130 miles an hour before I was sliding it into that corner.
Alexander Smith is the son of motorcycle legend Malcolm Smith and brings with him a primarily off-road racing background.
Pikes Peak is a really unique race in the sense that there's nothing really like it in the world. It's got its high speed street bike style racing, kind of like Isle of Man, but then it's got its dirt sections that are totally different than anything else. So you got to get a bike that works for both, and you got to get a rider that that can do well on both, and that's kind of where the difficulty in the race lies.
Mark Zernicki is an associate editor at Cycle World magazine and rode a Multistrada out from Southern California and registered himself for his first hill climb.
It's kind of neat that I just pulled saddlebags off and put number plates on it, and that's a sick, fast race bike.
Carlin Dunn, a 28-year-old partner at Ducati Santa Barbara, is a Pikes rookie who pulled a Multistrada off his showroom floor and entered it into the race.
What you have in your head does no justice to what you see. As soon as the sun comes up, 5 a.m., you really get a grasp on the magnitude of the race and what you're about to take on.
3 practice sessions are held in the week preceding the race, which give riders the chance to familiarize themselves with the mountain and riding at such high altitudes. And then, on Sunday afternoon, the moment that riders and fans have waited for all year has finally arrived, and the race begins. Over the course of just several minutes, the 1205cc riders are released in separate heats, 3 at a time, and they begin to climb the mountain's 156 turns at top speed. Tension and anxiety fill the air as technicians, friends, and loved ones eagerly await race updates and results at the bottom of the mountain. Alexander Smith finished in 3rd place at this year's race, piloting his number 55 red and white Pikes Peak Edition Multistrada for the Spider Grips Ducati team.
And then for next year, honestly, I don't see that bike beatable up here. That bike is just so unbelievably perfect for this race. I think it's going to be the bike, as Greg said last year, the bike to beat for years to come.
Carlin Dunn arrived at Pikes Peak with a single technician and 2 showroom bikes in the back of his pickup truck. Yet in his inaugural run, he managed to ride his flat black number 5 Ducati Multistrada to a first-place finish. His incredible time of 11 minutes 11 seconds broke the all-time motorcycle record and cemented his name in Pikes Peak history.
I think that's what we all strive for in racing, just a feeling of achievement and knowing that we put together the best thing we could have, best package. That's not only me, it's just everyone involved. And yeah, this is a dream come true.